Hello and welcome to Nutshell Recaps. This video explains the synopsis of the movie Into the Dark. Down. Warning, there will be spoilers, so proceed with caution. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button, it will really help our channel grow. On a Friday night, Jennifer is one of the last persons to leave the office. She is planning to fly to New York for the long weekend to meet her ex-fiancé for Valentine's Day, so she sends him an email. She does not want to be late for her trip, so she grabs some candy and rushes out of the office. Guy is also getting ready to leave work at the same time. They find themselves waiting for the elevator at the same time. Jennifer ascends to the 49th level, while he descends to the 42nd. Guy instantly begins conversing and laughing with her. She responds but does not appear to be interested in engaging in discussion. When the elevator abruptly stops, Guy shows her an etching on the wall. He tries the keys and the alarm button, but nothing works, even though the elevator appears to be powered on. Guy tries to open the door, but it also does not work. They try waving to the fully operating camera, but no one answers their cries. To make matters worse, because they are 4 levels underground, none of their phones have service. Jennifer wonders where the building's security is, concerned that she may miss her flight. They attempt calling for aid and beating on the door 15 minutes later, but no one can hear them. Guy suspects an escape hatch, so she awkwardly climbs on his shoulders and they inspect the elevator ceiling. He sets her down since she damaged her hand by beating on it. 1 hour later, Jennifer knows she will not make her flight, and despite Guy's attempts to lighten the atmosphere, she curses everything and everyone out. They finally identify themselves and continue the banter that Guy began the moment he walked onto the elevator. Guy offers Jennifer his bottle because she does not have any water in her thermos, but they joke that they should crack open the wine he has on him instead. They both giggle as they find they have bottle openers in their bags. They do not open the bottle of wine, but she accepts his water. Jennifer gives Guy part of the sweets as a consolation prize for not having any real meal. She advises them to store their food in case they are locked in the elevator till Tuesday. Jennifer needs to pee 4 hours later and desperately tries to hold it in since she is too ashamed to do so in front of Guy. Guy proposes she relieve herself in her thermos after telling her to go in the corner over his coat. He is forced to hide his eyes and cover his ears. Guy starts singing as well, and she eventually pees. She then adds to the artwork on the elevator wall. Later, they play a game and start talking about more intimate matters. Guy informs her that no one will be looking for him because he is too preoccupied with his profession. Jennifer claims to be the same. She tells him she intended to surprise someone in New York, but he probably did not want her to come at all. Guy decides it is about time they opened the wine and handed it to her. They raise a glass to not being dead yet. They keep themselves engaged much later by drawing each other and getting closer. Guy admits that he had seen her in the office building before, but did not tell her since he did not want to seem like a stalker and make her feel uncomfortable. She does not take it as badly as he expected. In fact, she laughs about it. They complete their sketches and present them to one another. Her image of him is more light-hearted, whereas his is more serious. Jennifer apologizes and snaps a snapshot of the artwork, promising to use it as her profile image if they survive. They then discuss food, and because they are both hungry, she urges Guy to shift the subject. He goes through a list of topics, and she chooses to talk about making love, gets up, and turns her camera on him, asking where he has made love before. Guy is shy, so she tells her story first. Jennifer tells him about one of her college ex-boyfriends and the time they slept together in a library. When it is Guy's turn, he still does not want to tell his story since he does not think it is fascinating. Jennifer instructs him to make one up. Guy shares the story of a hot girl who wanted to be with him at a company picnic. He claims that they got intoxicated, got in the car, and she started undressing while he was driving. Guy becomes strange and uncomfortable once more, telling Jennifer that he became aroused and had to stop. He apologizes because he believes he has crossed a line, but she insists everything is fine. Guy approaches her uncomfortably, kisses her, and then starts undressing her. They kiss on the elevator. Guy then tells her that he might fall in love with her, but she runs away from him. Jennifer informs him that she wishes to reconcile with her ex. That was why she wanted to go to New York and surprise him, to mend fences and make things right. Unlike Guy, she believes that, while their encounter was enjoyable, they should keep it casual because her relationship with her ex is genuine. Jennifer is open and honest with him about her feelings and her prior relationship. Guy, on the other side, believes they clicked and that her ex does not deserve her. She becomes enraged since she plainly still loves him and tells Guy that after they exit the elevator, they will simply resume their separate lives. Guy continues to claim that they were intended to be together, and he begins to cry because he feels estranged despite the fact that they are imprisoned in a box together. Something in him suddenly flips, and Jennifer feels it. Guy begins to reveal the truth about himself to her. He lied to her about where he worked as well as his name. The man informs her that he did not simply see her, but that he saw her every day at work. He pulls out his phone and displays Jennifer's security images he has of her, identifying the times and dates when they were taken. He even has a video of her entering the elevator that night. Jennifer is terrified. He informs her that he is the building's security guard and becomes enraged as he explains that no one ever notices people like him. Even though he works at the front desk, she did not recognize him. He believes he understands her better than her ex and informs her that everything that happened that night was orchestrated by him. The man pulls out a key and opens the elevator door. Jennifer cannot believe what he did to her and threatens to call the cops and lock him up. He does not like it, so he grabs her and they start fighting. Jennifer breaks the elevator key while flailing her legs during the struggle. They fight some more and she knocks him unconscious with her shoe. Jennifer is scared she killed him, so she approaches him to check, but he springs up and knocks her down. They are both unconscious in the elevator. Jennifer awakens after a while to see the man awake. She questions him on why he did it. He reasoned that he needed to pull her away from everything so they could connect on a human level. He claims that they did not only have a date, but an entire relationship in the elevator throughout the weekend. Jennifer believes he will not get away with it because someone will come to get them. Unfortunately, she discovers that the guy has taken all of the shifts for that weekend, and the two other guards will not be arriving until the long weekend ends on Tuesday. Jennifer asks what he plans to do, and he replies that he would sooner kill her than return to prison. He claims he never compelled her to do anything, but Jennifer claims he kidnapped her. This sets him off on a wrath spree. When he has calmed down, he opens the gift Jennifer had purchased for her ex-fiancé. In the bag, he discovers a shirt and a package. The man puts on the shirt and instructs Jennifer to open the remaining gifts. Jennifer opens the package to uncover cigars and the appropriate accessories, such as cigar scissors and a lighter. He starts a cigar and teases Jennifer even more, claiming that with all the lovely things, she could have gotten her ex back. In an ironic twist, he bids her a happy Valentine's Day. Later, the guy apologizes to Jennifer for frightening her and begs if they can reconcile. He requests another chance and tells her that she does not have to respond right immediately, but should think about it. The man comments on the trip advertisement playing in the elevator, adding that the folks in the video appear to be happy together. He promises Jennifer that he would take her to the resort advertised in the ad one day. He is upset by the broken neon light in the elevator, so he smashes it with Jennifer's thermos. The man recognizes that the light bulbs beneath the ceiling panels must be replaced at some point. He believes he can remove the panel and exit the elevator from there. Jennifer stands up next to him as he breaks it open with the thermos. He asks Jennifer for help getting up there, vowing to return for her. Jennifer, on the other hand, believes it would be simpler if he gave her a lift because she lacks the necessary strength. He doubts she will want to come back for him and believes she will contact the cops. Jennifer tells him what he wants to hear and convinces him to give her the boost. She climbs onto his shoulders and steps out of the elevator. The gentleman tells her where the ladder and the door are, pleased that they have finally escaped. Jennifer turns around and gives him the middle finger, which irritates him. As she climbs the ladder, he finds a way out of the elevator as well. The man binds 2 items of garments and throws them over the elevator beam. Jennifer is already going towards the door as he begins to ascend. He tells her she needs to flee because she is about to die. Jennifer is about to walk up to the door when he notices her and follows her. He quickly grabs her and hurls both of them back into the elevator as she opens the door and shouts for help. They are both knocked out. Jennifer is the first to awaken and notices the fire sprinklers, which inspires her to devise a fresh escape strategy. She tries to set off the fire alarms by lighting a cigar, but when she fails, she causes a small fire. The guy wakens up as the elevator fills with smoke, and she hits him, breaking his nose. Jennifer is able to restrain him with a piece of clothing. He assures her that the fire alarm will not sound, but that they will be soaked and electrocuted. Jennifer threatens him with significant harm and forces him to admit to everything he has done to her. She activates her camera and films herself, telling what she knows about what occurred. Jennifer focuses the camera on him and inquires as to his full name. He introduces himself as John Deakins. John admits that he purposefully trapped them in the elevator. He even etched the sketch on the wall. He used the key to halt the elevator while she was not looking on Friday. Jennifer forces him to confess to locking her in the elevator. John admits to kidnapping and trapping her. He confesses to the camera everything he did to her, from banging her head on the ground to tossing her against the wall, as she continues to interrogate him. Jennifer inquires as to why, and John responds that he simply desired a date with her. If he had approached her regularly, she would have declined. John informs her about his life before becoming a security guard. He was a hotshot accountant who worked for a large corporation. John informs her that the narrative about the girl in the car was real, but that it did not finish as he had intimated. He drove straight into a ravine after missing an exit. The car flipped 7 times before coming to a rest in front of a tree. The girl died instantly. John received only 6 months in prison because he had the means to keep himself out. When he was released, the only work he could find was as a security guard. After a few months, he wanted to be himself again and feel it for a little while. Jennifer still doesn't understand why he chose her. He says that it's because she's great. Monday arrives and they're still trapped. One of the other security guards, Eddie, takes his new girlfriend to the building to show her the roof. When they walk inside, he looks for John, and when he doesn't find him, he checks the security monitors. Eddie sees John and Jennifer are stuck in the elevator, waking them both up. Jennifer begs him to take them out. While his girlfriend falls asleep on the couch, he informs her that he will come down and fetch them out. Eddie enters the elevator and uses a crowbar to open the doors. Jennifer wants to go, but he informs her that he needs to fully unlock the doors first and walks away. John suddenly knocks her out. He informs Eddie of his arrival and hands over the keys to John. Eddie adds he will crawl in to aid them if John informs him it is not working. When John switches on the elevator and cuts him in half, he becomes trapped within and realizes that something has happened inside. He knocks Jennifer out once more, then drives her to his car and places her in the trunk. John returns to the building and disposes of Eddie's body and clothing. He cleans himself off and slips a cigar into his pocket before putting on his outfit. When John arrives at the front desk, he deletes all of the security camera footage. Eddie's girlfriend awakens, and John murders her as well before dropping her in the hole. John gets into his car and drives Jennifer to a remote area to dispose of her. To prepare, he puts gasoline into a dumpster. Before opening the trunk, John tells Jennifer that he still likes her and regrets that they cannot be together. Jennifer pretends to be dead, and as John walks over to the bin, she smacks him over the head, gets in the car, and starts driving. She comes to a halt as she discovers a smoking cigar in the tray. Jennifer begins backing up her car and collides with a horrified John. She comes out and sees him in the rubbish. Jennifer relights the cigar and walks away, then flicks the lit bud into the dumpster, burning John alive.